guys, my name is Josh, and in today's episode we are going to be watching some more replays for Clash TV. So as you can see, the first match we are going to be watching is the one and only Surgical Goblin running the 2.8 Hog EQ Musketeer Cycle deck versus Candyman, which is running the 2.9 Expo Cycle deck. So Surgical Goblin's deck is 0.1 elixir cheaper, so it is technically faster, but both decks are basically the same, so neither player is going to really be outcycling each other. So this match is going to be pretty interesting to see. There is a lot of ground for Surge, so it's pretty much going to depend if Candyman can pretty much get a massive value log or archers or something really strong to defend it. So it's really going to come down to who can play the mechanics better. So yeah, let's just hop straight into the replays. So 2.9 on the bottom of your screen and Surgical Goblin on the top of your screen. So Surgical Goblin looking like he's going to be cycling some cycle cards at the bridge. Yes, he very well will. Log's going to come down from Candyman, damaging the towers for a bit of chip. Musketeer going to be cycled in the left lane. Fireball going to be coming down. Surge's next card is the Hog Rider, so he can just go Ice Golem and then Hog Rider at the bridge. Archer's going to come down all in one lane. Hog Rider's going to come down. Tesla's going to come down with some skeletons to take out that Musketeer. Earthquake's going to come down, destroy through that Tesla, destroy through those archers and those skeletons as well. Going to get one hit with that Hog Rider, so that's not too bad. Overall, Surge up in elixir and up in damage. So Surge trying to cycle back to his Hog Rider already. Already back to another Hog Rider. So another Tesla in cycle. See, that's what I mean. Pretty much the cycle is essentially the same. So neither player is going to be outcycling anyone. So Surgical does get a massive hog hit with that snowball. Slowing down the tower and slowing down the archer, providing the Hog Rider just enough time to get a hit on that tower. So Ice Spirit going to meet the Ice Spirit of Candies. Ice Golem going to be cycled. We may see an Expo in this left lane. Nope, Archer's going to be split. Tesla in the middle, trying to kill that Musketeer from across the river. Expo going to be used in the right lane. Mini Pekka's going to be used in the left. So Surge has got no heavy hitting unit on the ground except the Hog Rider or the Ice Spirit. So Hog Rider is actually going to be used in the left. And the Expo actually does lock on to the right. Pretty surprising by Surge and Candy. Hog Rider will get one hit on the right. Bats are going to be used to kill that Ice Storm. Mini Pekka going to be cycled in the left. Expo going to be placed on the right. Ice Golem is going to be used in the center of the arena to distract that Expo. Tesla does not pull the Hog Rider, so that's not good for Candy. We've got a pretty healthy Hog Rider. Going to get shut down by that log plus the Ice Spirit. Ice Spirit once again. Back to another Tesla is Candy. Earthquake going to miss the tower. Expo going to be used opposite lane to pull the Hog Rider, so that's pretty smart Candy. Hog Rider opposite lane, so another Hog Rider cycled by Surgical Goblin. Knowing that the Tesla is out cycle, he's going to get just one hit. So the tower of the right is down for 2420. So barely, just about under 100 HP separates these guys in the right hand lanes. So another Expo in the right. Earthquake going to come down one more time. He is probably going to get the lock with this Expo. Yep, he does, because the Hog Rider actually cancels his animation in the air. That is actually a bit of a move that some people do mistake on. If a Hog Rider jumps over the river, it actually acts as a retarget. It actually acts as a card that's not actually there, in a way. So it actually just locks onto the tower immediately, and that's actually going to make Candy go into the damage lead. So Hog Rider going to be used in the left, but if the Expo doesn't pull the Hog Rider though, that's massive for Surge. Going to get no damage though. Wow. Fireball, Log, and Ice Spirit. Going to be using it very wisely. So another Ice Golem Hog Rider push with a Musketeer in the hand. Earthquake going to hit the Tesla and the tower this time. Log going to be used very wisely, going to hit both the Hog Rider and the Musketeer. Again, very close. Just under 400 HP separates these guys. Another Hog Rider, so Surge keeping up the aggression, trying to keep these Teslas out of his hand and out of his ability to be played. So Surge trying to predict the Musketeer an X-Bow was going to be placed. Snowball going to be placed so that the Musketeer has a chance to get a few shots on this tower. Ice Spirit was a bit early. Log as well, that's going to get chipped. Tesla in the middle of the arena. Ice Golem's going to tank for it. Bats in the middle, Snowball in the middle. We've got a very healthy Hog Rider in the right, but it does get cancelled by the skeleton's width and weight mass. So we've got another Tesla in the middle. We've got the pace being picked up by Surge, a very high amount. Another X-Bow going to be dropped in the right. Another Hog Rider is expected to come. Ice Spirit going to come. Ice Golem going to come. Hog Rider is going to come one more time. Another Log going to cancel his animation. Earthquake's going to come as well. Snowball's going to finish it off. No damage by the Hog Rider again. So it's actually Candyman walking away with a massive damage lead due to all these fireballs, all of these logs. He's chipping away, and chipping away. So another EQ. So 35 seconds left in overtime. One Hog Rider hit. Two Hog Rider hits. And that's actually massive. 26 seconds left in overtime. And these guys are both under 1,000 HP. So Earthquake going to come down one more time. This is literally EQ Snowball Cycle for Surge. He needs one more Hog Rider hit. But look at this. Hog Rider going to come down. Going to get one hit. Look at that. The Ice Spirit comes down and freezes the tower. And it walks away with the Hog Rider smashing that tower down when it was frozen. Wow. Would you look at that? The Ice Spirit from Surgical Goblin comes down with the 1 HP Hog Rider and it freezes the tower, allowing the Hog Rider to just buy through and touch the tower, and it's just dead. In the final 13 seconds of overtime as well, Surgical Goblin doing what Surgical Goblin always does and always comes back. He was down by about, what, 1,500 HP or something. Then he gets a massive Hog Rider connection. Then another. Then he gets a Log, and then he gets the Ice Spirit. And then he stops the tower, and the Hog Rider finishes it off. Massively well played by both players. 2.9, 2.8, very fast cycle decks. And that's going to walk away with Surge being the victor of that match. So next match is going to be a pretty uneven one, probably one we don't often see that well. Well, not the 2.6, but we're seeing 2.6 versus a giant Three Musketeer deck. So Three Musketeers actually being shown in TV Royale. Three Musketeers, I'm not really sure how well they're doing in terms of their actual in-game stats. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about Three Musketeers. Do you think that buff they got was necessary? Do you think it was enough? Do you think Supercell need to buff them again? The fact that they are at 3 seconds now, because it takes them 3 seconds to deploy, which I believe is the same as a Golem. So yeah, we're going to be watching this match either way. This could be a bit interesting because the Three Musketeer deck has Hunter, Goblin Gang, and they're very good against Hog Rider. So 2.6 might struggle in this matchup. So Goblin Gang going to be used at the bridge. Ice Golem going to be used to fight. Hog Rider is going to be placed in front of the Ice Golem. Hunter's going to be used, but it will still take a hit. Battle Ram will probably come in front of this Hunter. Yes, it does. Cannon, yeah. Ice Spirit does cancel the Battle Ram's charge. Skeleton's going to be used to kill this Hunter and distract these Barbarians. Pump going to come down, and look at this, immediate Ice Golem Hog Rider. 5 elixir in the hands. 5 elixir in hands. Fireballs in hand. Ice Golem Death does kill 4 out of the 5 bats. Didn't really get much of a punish. He's going to load up with a giant, so he's got a full health pump. He's not deciding to fireball it. He's going to cycle his Ice Spirit. So Fireball will probably come down in the left. Yes, it will. Fireball will come down in the left lane. The Log barely misses the Giant there. If that Log would have hit the Giant, it would have taken no damage from the Giant. And we're getting a very solid connection. Very, very solid connection from Yell or Vel. So another pump being dropped. Fireball going to be dropped once. Fireball going to be dropped for the first time against the pump. So Giant going to be dropped. Hog Rider immediately dropped at the bridge. Three Musketeers probably in the center of the map. Yes, they will. So I'm both going to shut down that Hog Rider. Hog Rider does, however, take down the tower to 766. No Fireball for this Battle Ram Musketeer. He's going to have to cycle very fast. Now, which lane does he use it? He uses it on the right lane, actually. So Ice Spirit Skeleton's going to be used to distract the Barbarians of the Battle Ram. Log going to come down from the gang. However, there's a full health Musketeer on the left lane tower. That tower on the left might go down to this Musketeer. No, it does not. Hog Rider, however, there is a Hog Rider. Look at that Battle Ram. That was 100% a misclick by Vel. Vel misclicked the Battle Ram for the Hunter on that Hog Rider, and that's actually going to make him lose that tower. Now, if you'll see, Vel does not have any direct damage for this tower. He only has the Battle Ram to go for the tower, but there's a Musketeer in that lane, and look at that. Oh, he actually does take down that right tower. I didn't actually see that. He takes down the right-hand tower, and look at this. We've got a massive push from Vel going down the left. We've got two Barbarians behind the Giant. The Goblin Gates in the base. He's actually deciding to go Hog Rider, which is a bit of a ballsy move. The Giant almost gets a hit, doesn't get there. 500 HP remains on MOC's tower. Hunter, the Skeleton's going to be used to soak most of the damage from the Hunter. Ice Spirit probably going to be used. Fireball is probably going to go down on these three Musketeers. Fireball does go down on all three Musketeers, and the Musketeer of MOC does connect to the tower for a good few shots. Log might come down for this Battle Ram and the Musketeers. No, it doesn't get the connection. Barely doesn't get the connection. But look at this. One bar did connect for one massive swing. But look at this. Ice Spirit cannon. So Ice Spirit cannon. The cannon was perfectly placed. Ice Golem's going to have to come down one more time. Look at this. No direct damage other than the zap. Okay, I lied. It was a zap. Okay. 42 HP though. 42 HP. He needs one more cycle, so MOC needs to make a miracle here. Fireball Hog Rider. That Hog Rider is uncontested. That Hog Rider might get a swing, and it does get a swing, and he takes the game. And look at that, the BM coming out from MOC. That was, in my opinion, deserves BM. That was needed. Wow. The Three Musketeer deck almost pulling off the victory there at the end. That Giant almost got that punch. Almost. But a 2-1 crown game for the win. So Hog 2.6 beating Giant Three Musketeer. That's a pretty proud match to be proud of. So yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Subscribe to Goblin Gaming down below. Follow us on all social medias, which will be down in the description below as well. Check out the merch store where you can find hoodies, phone cases, mugs, t-shirts, tank tops, etc, etc. There is a lot to look at, a lot to probably buy. You might like it, you might not. Just go check it out. You might like it, but that's been pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.